What's happening, YouTube? Comically Flawed here. Got another haul video for you guys. This time some back issues. So as I mentioned in my weekly or new comic book day haul video, I went out of town about an hour down the road to get out of town for a day and check out a couple of shops that were down there. One I had been to before briefly, and another one I hadn't. Just to see if I could find any good back issues. See if I could score anything. Digging through a dollar bin or anything like that. I picked up a couple of things. Didn't really find any like super stealth buys, super deals, anything like that. Honestly, at one shop, I just kind of grabbed some stuff felt like I didn't really find anything outrageous, but just picked up a few things just so I got a few things. I tell you, from going to different shops in different areas, it could just be the ones that are around me. It really makes me want to go to cons more, just because I shot a video where I went to my first Comic-Con about a month ago, I guess. And some of the stuff I found there was just awesome, as far as stuff that would be in the regular back issue bins, maybe at my local shops or shops within a couple hour radius. Seemed like they were in $1 and $2 bins there, at the con. And then stuff that I'm not seeing in back issue bins here because they've been picked, or they just don't have that stuff. That's the stuff that was in the regular back issue bins at the con. So I'm really thinking I just need to start saving my money up and going crazy the next time there's a local con. But anyway, did get some cool stuff though. Again, no real spectacular deals or steals. Paid cover, I guess, ish, or over in a couple cases maybe for some of these things, but that's all right. Still got some cool stuff that I wanted. So anyway, the first batch here is from this first shop, and they had a variant bin, a couple of variant boxes, I should say, and I think the deal was they were basically $5 a piece. So the first thing, and it's kind of funny, I've been collecting a little bit of Transformers here and there, pardon me, but I think what really happened, honestly, is I'd been reading a thread on one of the forums and about Transformers, and a guy who's really into it and knows the storyline was showing all kinds of cool variants and stuff like that. And there's a couple of these that I think I thought I was grabbing something different, maybe because I remembered seeing it from the thread and remember seeing a picture of it, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that. That's something, I need to grab that. And then I got back and looked them up, and they weren't really all that something. I mean, they're still cool books, but whatever. So this first one is Transformers Megatron Origin. I believe it's from like 2007, I think, 8. And this is the cover C, I believe it's cover C, like sketch variant, retailer incentive. So still a cool book. I think this goes for like maybe 12, maybe $10, maybe $7 in near mint. I paid $5, so whatever. It's not a bad deal. Next, this is the one that I remembered seeing it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's something. I need to grab that. And yeah, it's not really all that. But it's from the Tale of the Wreckers, Legend of the Wreckers, something to that effect. So I don't think I lost money on it. I think it's worth the $5 I paid for it, but that's about it. But just kind of a plain virgin cover there. Alright, next, I was able to grab a couple of Spawn books that I didn't have as I continue to work on that run. So we've got number 239. I think I paid cover for that one. And 102. As I've mentioned before, sometimes these ones in the hundreds can be hard to find. Good shape. You got to be careful with these. A lot of the Spawn have these black covers. So you really got to be careful and with the spine ticks and everything. Plus, it's really hard to show on camera. But anyway, so grab that. It's a cool book. I guess I need to pick it up a little bit. Run my mouth too much at the beginning. Let's see. Spawn 170 something. 171. Very cool there. And 172. And then last, I grabbed a couple of G.I. Joe books. These are from the first run, first IDW run. And I've almost completed this. And when I say almost completed, I don't mean both covers for every issue, but at least one cover from each for each issue. So that's number 17. That's the A cover. And I got that one for like, I got the guy to knock it down. He had like $5 on it or something like that. And I was like, yeah, man, hey, can you do better? I'm kind of used to pulling this whole run out of the dollar bin. And he was like, yeah, so he knocked a few bucks off of it. I think I got it for like $1.50 or something like that. So that's not too bad. Last is, yeah, and then number 27, this is the retailer incentive variant. I think it's a cover B. But Snake Eyes, I pulled this one out of the variant bin. I paid $5 for it, which is, I think it's too much, but it's a cool cover and, you know, helps finish out that run. I believe I need number 19 and maybe number 0, I guess, to complete that run all the way out. So yeah, that's everything I picked up from the first shop. That first shop had a dollar bin, but there was just not, I mean, stuff in there was just completely beat and nothing really to speak of. So passed on that. Now, this next shop I went to, they had a whole bunch of stuff as far as back issues go. You know, lots of variety, but they, you know, this is the one I've been to before, and I could have swore I saw a dollar bin there, but I wasn't seeing it this time. So there was no dollar bin diving to be happening here. But anyway, still did pick up some cool stuff. Got Batman number 3 from the New 52 run. Slowly working my way toward completing that. Still have a long way to go, but you know, adding a little bit here and there. So that book's in really good shape too. It's got a couple of spine stresses, I guess you'd say. They don't really break color though on the white cover, so you know, they might press out if I ever wanted to do that, but I don't really think there's a need for that. I think I paid 10 or 11 for that one. And then number 22, and I believe I paid 5 for that. Then I've grabbed, the only other thing I grabbed from there is a run of Spawn, and so this is probably the only one I got a stellar deal on. I think I paid like $4 for that. So and it's minty fresh, which, you know, a lot of times with these older Spawn books, they can be kind of worn out. And then next couple are ones I grabbed, and I've mentioned before how tough it is, it seems to me, for me anyway, to find stuff in the hundreds of Spawn. And I ran across some of these, and you know, they had a bunch more, but some of them had some issues, so I kind of skipped over them and kind of picked out the ones that were, you know, in really good shape. But super duper happy to find these. So that's number 119. Try to work on the glare of these dark covers. Very cool. These are all Capullo covers. Number 120. It's a tough one to show. There you go. Maybe that's better. And 121. So those are all in a, that one, you know, the hundreds are tough. That 120 to like 145 range is really tough, it seems like sometimes. And by tough, I mean I haven't seen many of them, and I definitely don't have them in my collection. So I was glad to pick these couple up. And then the last thing, and you know, it's not, I don't know, it's got a couple of spine stresses, but it's still in really, really good shape. I'd say it falls into the near mint category. Maybe like it's probably like a 9.4-ish. I'm trying to work on my grading. And, you know, I didn't get a super deal on it, but there was no way I was leaving this behind when I saw it in there. Spawn number 175, the Gunslinger cover. It's part 2 of the Gunslinger Spawn story. So I want to say I ended up paying like 11 or 12 for this, so not too terrible. But yeah, very, very cool. So super stoked to have that. And then when I got home, I had a package waiting on me, which is something I had ordered online from the eBay, and stoked to get this with a caveat, and that is Southern Bastards number 1, and that's in a, see that, CBCS 9.8. So you know, this is one of my favorite books, and I just wanted to have a really nice copy of number 1. Not for necessarily any like spec play or anything like that. You know, they say everything gets optioned these days, which means, who knows, you know, if that means it'll make it to a show or if people just sit on it so somebody else can't make it, but whatever. So I really wanted to have this though, just to have it in my collection. So I picked this up, and the book is, as the 9.8 would indicate, pretty much flawless. However, and I'll have to take it out of the bag to show you this. I don't know if, and I understand how, you know, it could happen, you know, unless you're working in a complete clean room or something. That being said, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show this or not. So on the front, right, I don't know if this is going to show up or not. Right there in the guy's shirt, right beside the jersey number there, you see that little white speck? It's right, sorry y'all, I'm trying to show this off. Right there, that is something like a piece of plastic, a piece of hair, I don't know what. I think it's not in with the book, but it's between like the Mylar and the case. Oop, sorry guys, I forgot I had the camera in my hand as I make everybody nauseous there. And then the other one is on the back here, right, tough to show, right there. If I can get my head out of the way. Let's see, sorry. Oh well, I'm failing miserably. There's a hair. And it's between, it's like right there. Also, I think it's between the case, or between the Mylar and the it's on the outside of the Mylar, inside of the plastic. You know, it's the most minor thing ever, but I'm sure it's gonna just drive me batty after I saw it. So I will hang on to this, and down the road somewhere, I can only imagine I may send this back in if I ever come up with some other books to slab, send this one back in and just have it recased, and just to hopefully get rid of that. So anyway, still really stoked to have it. So yeah, that's it. That's my back issue haul. Hope everybody's having a great holidays, gearing up for a good New Year's. Again, if you're gonna drive, don't drink. If you're gonna drink, don't drive. And everybody just stay safe and have a good time, and I will catch you next time. Peace.